Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate it. So, in this episode of Review Flicks, we're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And it looks like Jim Carrey is back playing Dr. Robotnik himself. I absolutely love Jim Carrey in this role, and I can't wait to see what he does next. But guys, if you are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the movie and streaming news we have going on this channel. And with that done, we're going to be taking a look at this article here from collider.com. So Jim Carrey makes his villainous return in Sonic 3. Carrey will be back as the dastardly Robotnik in the next installment of Sonic Hedgehog, the franchise. So yeah, when it comes to Sonic, I could not be more excited for this Sonic 3 installment. I grew up playing Sonic on the Sega Mega Drive in the early 90s, makes me feel old, but this franchise is so dear to my heart. I can't wait to see where they go next with the franchise. But let's keep reading and see what we can learn about this upcoming Sonic movie. So, Dr. Robotnik is back for more shenanigans. As in the exciting announcement for fans of the high-speed, action-packed Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, Jim Carrey is officially reprising his role as the nefarious and scheming inventor for Sonic Hedgehog the 3. So Variety was the first to break the news. His portrayal of the eccentric and diabolical scientist seeking to capture Sonic and harness his powers for world domination was both menacing and hilariously over the top, and was a key factor in the films performing as well as they did at the worldwide box office. Carrey's comeback had been previously hinted at via social media after a preview was shared featuring Robotnik's distinctive laughter, which we're going to take a look at in just a sec. But yeah, absolutely, hit the nail on the head with what it just said in this article. Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik, he brought all those Jim Carreyisms that we're used to. He's so funny, he's so over the top. He's just this absolute cartoon just come to life. And the way he plays the character is just 100%, it's just so funny, and it brings so much charm, laughter, and charisma to the films. And I think, like it says in the article, that's why those first two films, have really landed with audiences, as well as, the Sonic character and Tails as well, and Knuckles. They've all done really well. The designs are great, the CGI is great, the action is good, and Jim Carrey just kind of, hits it out of the park as well. But let's have a look at that quick preview that showed off Dr. Robotnik's laughter for this Sonic 3. It kind of gives us a logo of the movie with Sonic and kind of Shadow, a bit of a design in there. So let's quickly take a look at that video. Yeah, so that was just kind of like the animated logo for the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Obviously, towards the end, we could hear the iconic Dr. Robotnik laugh at the end, which kind of confirmed he was going to be back in the movie. But it looks great, it looks awesome, I loved it. I think that little animation looked really, really cool. So let's keep reading. So the first film in the series was an unexpected delight, particularly because the production team responded to early fan criticism by completely overhauling Sonic's appearance just months before its debut. Yeah, but was that actually a real thing, or was that all a marketing ploy just to get more hype surrounding the movie? Did they on purpose put out that bad design of Sonic, thinking that the backlash would happen, and then they go back and then redesign Sonic to get all the hype and to get all the support surrounding the movie? Was it a marketing tactic, or was it actually a genuine thing that happened? I have my doubts about that. I can't confirm that, but I'm sure there's a lot of guys, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there who probably agree with me when it comes to that. So this change, which made Sonic's design true to the original video games, played a significant role in the movie's massive success at the box office. Yeah, whether the redesign was fake or real, but the redesign was absolutely fantastic. Sonic looks incredible, so does Tails, so does Knuckles. They all look amazing, and that kind of glimpse that we got of Shadow at the end of Sonic 2, he looks incredible as well. They've really faithfully kind of adapted what the look is for those characters back to the source material of the games, and it looks great. The voice casting is great as well, the voices for the characters. So, the film's overwhelming success naturally led to the announcement of a sequel within just 2 months of the first film's release. Yeah, so, it was absolutely loved by people. I'm not sure how well it did at the box office. I don't think it was like a groundbreaking movie that went on to make loads of money, but it made just enough to justify a sequel. And then, the second one came out. Again, people loved it. And now a third one's coming out, and we have a Knuckles spin-off show. So they're, kind of creating their own Sonic the Hedgehog universe. Absolutely well-deserved. And, people love it. So, while Sonic the Hedgehog 2 didn't meet quite the same level of acclaim as the predecessor, it's not going to, though, because when the first Sonic movie came out, it was a fresh, unique concept that we hadn't seen before. So, obviously the second one wasn't quite as fresh, but it was still great. People still enjoyed it, but it, didn't hit the same heights. But let's hope the third one can. So the franchise is set to continue growing in the near future. Along with Sonic the Hedgehog 3, there's also a spin-off due out soon for Paramount Plus, Knuckles, which will focus on the titular echidna from the series, portrayed once again by Idris Elba. I can't get my words out today, I do apologise. Idris Elba. Yeah, I mean, he did a great job, in the voice cast for the role of Knuckles. I absolutely love Knuckles in Sonic 2. Guys, if you haven't seen the movie, make sure you see it. Sonic and Knuckles facing off against each other. It makes for a great scene. It was really, really fun seeing him in that movie. So, how successful are the Sonic the Hedgehog films? So, we're going to get into a bit of the box office here, which we were just talking about a minute ago. So, the first film released in 2020 grossed $319.7 million worldwide on a budget of $85 to $90 million, becoming one of the highest grossing films of that year and setting a record for the biggest opening weekend for a video game film in the United States and Canada, while its sequel released in 2022 was an even bigger success, grossing around $405.4 million worldwide, meaning the prospect of a follow-up was almost a certainty at that point. Yeah, so, I mean, it went on to make, an extra 85 million, 90 million, something like that. And, absolutely incredible. I mean, that's what you want to see as a movie studio executive when you're putting these films out and, you're putting up the money to invest in these movies. You want to see a progression every time you put out a movie. You want to see that box office increasing. You want to see people enjoying the franchise. And that's exactly what happened with the first two movies. So having a third movie was absolutely inevitable. It was going to happen. And they were so happy with the success that they decided to do the Knuckles spin-off TV show. And I can't wait to see what they do with that show. I'm really looking forward to it. But this third movie with Dr. Robotnik back as Jim Carrey, man, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So Jeff Fowler is set to direct the next installment in the series, continuing his role from the first two films. Ben Schwartz will once again provide the voice for Sonic. He's fantastic as Sonic. He really nails the voice of Sonic. The cheeky and iconic speedy hero from Sega's most famous game in history. The film's production will be overseen by Neil H. Moritz, Toby Asher, Toru Nakahara, and Hitoshi Okuna. I probably butchered those names. I'm really sorry, guys. Just pause the video and have a read of them yourself if you want to read it properly. I can't pronounce these names. I'm really bad. So audiences can look forward to Sonic 3's release in cinemas on December 20th, 2024. Stay tuned to Collider for further updates. Also, stay tuned on the channel as well, guys. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be covering all the Sonic news as we get closer to the movie throughout the year, when we get new trailers, when we get new promotional content. I make sure I keep you guys up to date with all of that. But yeah, so like we kind of covered, the first movie came out, made 319. The second movie came out and made 405, so it's a good progression on the box office for both movies, showing that word of mouth spread from the first to the second movie. People really, really like this franchise. As I say, the design of Sonic here, he looks so good. The voice cast is great, and the actors as well. And the fact that Jim Carrey is back is kind of the icing on the cake. People love this guy. He's so funny, over the top, like a real cartoon come to life, and he nails Dr. Robotnik. So guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this news. Does this get you more excited for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, or was you kind of excited about it anyway? Love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.